Hey, it's Jesse. Today on the show, you know her from Santa Clarita Diet, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and A Man on the Inside, it's Mary Elizabeth Ellis.
People come up and they're like, an adult human being, and they're like, oh my God, I grew up on you. And you're like, oh, shut the fuck up, but thank you so much. But also
totally.
Shut the fuck up, yeah.
This is Dinners on Me, and I'm your host, Jesse Tyler Ferguson. So today we are at Ceviche Project in LA's East Side. It's off of Hyperion and Silver Lake. I have been wanting to try this place for so long. Ceviche Project has become this go-to spot for East Siders for crudos and ceviches, of course. And this is gonna be perfect for my guest today because she's not only an East Sider, but also a pescatarian. I'm so excited to try this place. Okay, let's get to the conversation.
Welcome, how are you guys today?
So good, how are you?
Excellent, thank you so much. Can I offer you a glass of wine, a mocktail?
I think I'm okay with water right now.
I'll try a mocktail.
Yeah, of course we have a yuzu with sparkling water.
Great.
It's very, very
Oh, you know
nice.
what? I will have that. That sounds nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
I might need something with the
Right.
fish,
Ceviche.
with lunch fish.
Lunch
I'm like,
fish.
yeah.
Definitely popular dishes are the scallops on a half shell, if you like that. The tuna cones, the campachi tostada, also the belly of the tuna, the sashimi, the callo de hacha scallop from Mexico, and I definitely recommend the special ceviche that we have.
What is your special ceviche?
The snapper from Dorado with the leche de tigre. It's very, very nice with persimmon, jicama, and cucumbers.
Oh,
Okay, we'll definitely get that.
yes.
Let's see. I would also love. I want to try that tuna cone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are
that sounds
fantastic.
amazing.
Let's see. Okay. I want also. You talked about one of the tostadas.
Yeah, the king campachi is fantastic.
Okay.
It's like, Vila is on the food critic of LA Times favorite. The Toro sashimi and the special I would definitely recommend.
Okay.
And if you like scallops, I would definitely recommend
Okay.
the scallop.
Bring all that out.
Scallop.
Bring that out. Bring it
Excellent.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people like just trust me and say, like just send me whatever.
Yeah. Let's do it. Omakase
Allergies,
style.
all right? Fantastic.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to know about. I mean, you're in a relationship with another actor,
Yes.
Charlie Day.
Yes.
I have dated actors, and I found it very challenging. When you and Charlie got together, was that a discussion that you had? Was it just sort of like it was going to happen regardless?
I mean, we were,
You were so
22.
young.
I was 22 and he was 25. So I think we were like, let's have sex and that will be enough of this.
Okay.
And then we were like, oh wait. Yeah.
Did you meet on a job?
I was doing a play in New York. So I moved here from Santa Maria because everything I had was in my car.
Okay.
You know, it was sort of like, do I go to New York? Do I go to LA? And then I got that job. I had friends who'd started a theater company in Chicago.
Oh.
Called the House Theater. So I was like, maybe Chicago, but I feel like Chicago is not it for me.
Yeah.
So I was living here. I had friends who were in New York, and they were like, one of them wrote a play, the other one was directing it. The director of the play had gone to Williamstown, and Charlie had gone to Williamstown Theater Festival.
Yes.
So the friend who was directing it was like, I have these friends who are doing this play. So I went and saw this play called Throwdown about a yo-yo competition that Charlie was in, and he had been shooting Third Watch,
Yeah.
that show
Oh,
that was
that's
happening in New
right.
York for a while. So he like
Oh my God,
rushed
throwback.
to get to the show, and after the show, like everyone went out to a bar, so we were all like drinking and stuff, and yeah, he like hit on me like there was some drunk Irish dude like hitting on me at the bar, and Charlie was like, I'll pretend to be your boyfriend. So it was like that very cute,
Yeah.
young, like innocent. And we like hooked up that night, and so we just sort of were like, I don't know,
So
really
it was
into
night
each other.
one you hooked up.
We hooked up, but nothing too lascivious.
Uh-huh.
And then like woke up the next morning, and he was like, oh shit, I'm late for work. And at the time, he was the voice of IFC, like tonight on IFC.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So he was like, I gotta go to this job. And I just like, you know, it was like that time of life where you're like, well, I don't have anything to do until rehearsal at like 5 p.m. So
Right.
I just like hung out at his house, and he,
What neighborhood did you live
He lived in where the Lower East Side Tenement Museum is. He lived in that building.
No.
Yes.
So you're like in kind of a.
At the time, it was
I'm placing you
Chinatown.
around like the early
2001.
Okay, so you were in downtown, Lower East Side.
Lower East Side, like
December, cold.
the kind of thing where like, and everyone's smoking still,
Yes.
like smoking inside because it's too cold to go outside, and like they were on the like not ground floor but of the inside of a building, you
The
know.
vestibule.
It's
Vestibule?
well not the like entrance, but the
Foyer.
hole in the middle of a building. Like if you're looking from above, where the orphans and Annie have to
Yeah.
walk in a circle.
The courtyard. It's not
Shaft?
courtyard. Shaftway. The shaftway of the building.
Shaftway.
Yeah, you don't know about the
Yes.
shaftway of the building.
Ooh,
we
that's
have
so pretty.
your first dish,
Yeah.
the Toro uni cone.
That's a lot of uni.
It's
How do you feel about that?
very
Yeah.
small uni. It's very good. So the cone, like you can slide it out of the paper,
Okay.
Okay.
and then there's avocado in the bottom,
Okay.
and enjoy.
Look
Okay, I'm
how
excited.
Pretty.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, don't eat your paper.
No.
There you go. Okay, enjoy
Go,
that
go
uni.
for it. I'm
You
just gonna go
dump it in
for
my,
it.
in my bag. Dump your uni in my bag.
Okay. Mmm.
It's so good.
That is really good.
That's delicious.
Why were we talking about the vestibule? The
Oh,
vestibule,
because
the
that's
foyer,
where, because they lived on that floor. So like you would
Okay.
open the window and it would be just like the diapers that people had like
Oh
thrown
my
out
God.
the window, you know? It was not classy.
I love stories about early New York apartments.
Yeah, just like so gross and
Uh-huh.
so small. And I think Charlie lived in the closet as his room for a while. But by the time I got there, and so when I went to his house.
So wait,
in-
when you hooked up, were you in that little closet room?
No, he had graduated to a real
To the
room.
futon in the front room.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. And he lived with Jimmy Simpson.
yeah.
Do you know
Oh,
Jimmy?
Yeah, I do know Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were roommates. They had met at Williamstown, I think. And Jimmy was dating Melanie Linsky at the time.
Yes, my friend Jason Ritter's current
Yes,
wife.
yes.
Yes.
Love both of them.
Current.
Love both of them so much.
I love them both. Yeah.
Yeah, and he like picked up a guitar that night and like started just like, oh, whatever, I'm just a guy who plays guitar, you know, and he played like this random song that's one of my favorite songs that was like, How Do You Know to Be of Use, by Smog, like incredible. And I don't know, and then I lived here, we did long distance for a little while, and then he and Jimmy moved out here and we're looking for apartments together and just were like the lowest of the low hanging fruit, because from New York you're
Yeah.
like, well, I don't know, there's no diapers out the window, and
Right.
I'm like, you can get like a window
Yeah.
here
Think,
in your room.
think better
Yeah.
of yourself. Yeah.
And so Charlie moved out and they lived together for a little while, and then we like moved in, and
You did like long distance dating for a little while.
for like a year I went and did another play. I did Killer Joe.
Love that play.
So good.
Where'd you do that at?
Artist Repertory Theater in Portland.
Oh, okay.
Portland has great theater scene.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it
and
was cool to
Seattle.
do that. Yeah.
So interesting. So I mean, it's kind of. I don't know. I'm always fascinated with like people in their early 20s, like attempting long distance.
Oh yeah.
When you don't have to. I mean, you both lived in cities that were like full of like eligible single people, and you're like, no, we're gonna like make this work, and that's great.
I mean, I definitely was like, "You're not my boyfriend." And
Okay.
he was like, "Okay." Like, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, that's kind of attractive." That like he's
Right.
like, "Whatever, sure." But I mean, we both were, but I was so young, like just out of college, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, do you step back? Because I know, now you've been married, you've been together for like a quarter of a century.
Yeah, longer than
And
I haven't been with him.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And you have a son, right?
We have an almost 14-year-old.
Okay, crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, when you carry time with someone and you can like really think back of like those like early dirty apartments with the diapers out the window, and
Yeah.
then like you can be like, and also now we have a 14-year-old, and like it's kind of amazing and astonishing. I'm like, I find it incredibly moving
It's so moving.
that you can, share that life so fully with someone. I mean, it doesn't always work out that way, but like, I mean, 25 years is an accomplishment.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
I mean, it is. It will be our 20th wedding anniversary next year.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So you got very young.
I was 26.
That's
Yeah.
young.
All right, so this is the dorad ceviche. So
So pretty.
It's so gorgeous.
leche de tigre, which is made of the chiles that I told you from the farmer's market. Not spicy at all, fruity, and persimmon, jicama, and cucumber. There's some tostadas here. It's just pure corn,
Yes.
gluten-free, and enjoy.
Beautiful.
The colors
thank
are
you.
so
They really are.
insane. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I just feel like being an actor and choosing to be in this industry is so hard.
It is.
And like I said, I've dated actors very briefly at the before I ever had success, but to navigate this industry with someone, and then to both have success within it, and then also to raise a 14-year-old or to raise a kid who's
Yeah.
now 14 in a city like LA.
Yeah.
I mean, which is so different than Mississippi.
So different.
I mean, and yet to be at the 25-year mark, it's really, I don't know, like, what have the lows been like? I mean, do you feel like there are times where it's like, this is...
Definitely. Like, why am I still trying to do this? I don't want to do this anymore. The
Yeah.
rejection doesn't feel worth, like, the auditioning, and putting myself out there. I definitely, I mean, look, we also have this like super special thing of having had It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for 20 years.
Yeah, I think that's what I talked about
we
that,
shot season 1 the year before Charlie and I got married. I was 25.
it's crazy.
And I'm 46, so we've been doing it for so long that like, also having had that to hold us.
Yeah.
So it's never been like, oh my God, I had 0 work this year.
Right.
Because we always had
You guys had that.
So I feel really lucky for that. It is that thing too, right? Of like, it's like being a gambling addict. Like when it's working, you're like, this is great. It's always been great. It's so great.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you forget like the times that were so hard. But right before, I'm doing A Man on the Inside right now with Mike Schur and Ted Danson, and I do think like kind of right before it, I was like, I don't know if I still like this enough to. The rejection's just so hard, and it just feels like that thing where you're like, I've been doing this for so long. Will the hustle ever end?
Right.
But it won't. It's a lifestyle
It's
choice.
part of the gig.
Yeah, of being like, what's the next thing gonna be? And if there's downtime, where people are like, oh my God, I loved you so much. Congratulations on your award. What are you doing next? And
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
just looking at my award. Can I just look at my award?
Taking a beat.
Yeah. And it doesn't feel like there's time for that sometimes. But I think as like I get older, it's like, okay, like things come in waves, and there is like, and now I like crave downtime too, to be like, maybe I'll draw, or maybe I'll write something, or maybe I'll like make something with clay, and I feel really lucky that I get to do that.
Yeah. Is it, I mean, I was watching just some, like a retrospective of Always Sunny and Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Let's use the whole title. Why not? And what struck me, and I sort of felt this a little bit with Modern Family, just having been 11 years, specifically with the
so
kids.
long.
Because you really watch the kids grow up. But I mean, if you go back to the early episodes of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, you all are like Muppet babies.
Yeah.
You're tiny, tiny little people.
We are.
And it's got to be so crazy to have this, like basically like a photo album or like a slideshow of a 20 years of your life that also is shared with the world.
Yeah. Right. It is. It's so interesting, and now, and I bet this has happened to you too, that people come up and they're like, an adult human being, and they're like, oh my God, I grew up on you, and you're like, oh, shut the fuck up, but thank you so much. But also
totally.
shut the fuck up. Yeah. because that means that I've been doing this for 20 years.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's cool, and I mean, I don't know if this is like overinflated ego stuff too, but Charlie and I talk about like how cool is it to be able to have been like part of what influenced like people's comedy, like what people find funny for so long,
Right.
And as people come up too, and your kids aren't, I'm sure, into yet, but like Russell, our son, will sometimes be like, watch this thing on YouTube, like it's so funny, and then he shows it to us and we're like, I don't get the joke, like what's the
But that's the crazy thing, is that comedy, I think, really does change.
Yeah.
Like, Judd Apatow, I remember him saying, like, when he directs things now, or if he's a part of something now, he really likes to surround himself with new young talent, because comedy is moving so quickly.
Yes.
That he's like, I don't necessarily know it's funny now.
Yeah.
Like, I need them to tell me what's funny so I can keep up with, how to create.
Yes, and also wanting to be though, like, well, is there still like can we like have a setup for the joke before we knock it down? Like, what's the timing on things?
Right.
And I do like watching new comedy shows to try to keep up as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know if I necessarily understand what's always happening.
Yeah, agree.
I'm such a huge fan of Danny DeVito. I think he's such a treasure.
He's amazing.
I mean, it's gotta also be crazy, like, I've shared, 20 years of my career with this guy.
With a legend.
With a legend who, like, within that 20 years has also, like, created new milestones in his legacy.
And was only 60 when we started, and is 81 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think he was like 60, maybe 2 when we started, because he came in season 2. And so funny too to be like 60s old and then be like 60's not that old.
As we're approaching it, for sure.
And then and that he's 80 and he still has that much energy, and that's how it is working with Ted Danson too. Like, you're like, I think having a career in this keeps you young too, because like you're having to learn all these lines and stay on top of what you're doing and really driving a show,
I fully believe that, for sure, yeah. What are other things that about both Ted Danson and Danny DeVito that like would surprise us? Because I feel like we all feel like we know these people so well.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up on them.
Yeah.
I just said the thing that we hate people say to us, but I did grow up on them.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like I have them totally figured out, but I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I do think both of them are so like vulnerable and open. It's not like I could probably say this on here because I'm sure Sean Penn's probably not watching podcasts all the time, but I met Sean Penn once, I was doing Licorice Pizza and he had a part in it, and the woman who was the hair person had worked with him a lot, and I really like her, Lori. So she was like, Emmy, do you need to come in and get your hair done? Because Sean's in the trailer. And he was just very like focused, like sort of closed down,
So I'm gonna
Thank you.
substitute this.
Thank you.
This is
so good, by the way.
the
Incredible.
Toro sashimi with a fresh melon, shallot, and ginger, and a spicy ponzu.
Here, I can do
But
this.
it's not that spicy.
It's not spicy?
It smells so good.
But the sauce is like really, really good.
Oh my god, that
The presentation
ponzu.
is so beautiful
It's
here.
beautiful. Thank you.
So he was super focused.
So he was just like, doing his thing in the trailer, like very focused. And Lori's like, Sean, this is Emmy. And he's like, hello. Like lights up.
Yeah.
Like, hello, so nice to meet you. I'm Sean. And I'm like, oh, hi, Sean. I'm Emmy. It's nice to meet you. And he's like, and like closes back down. And I'm like,
Right.
okay, I guess that interaction is finished now,
Yeah.
So I think just like all humans, right? Some people are able to like shine it out all the time and be like, this is who I am. I'm totally vulnerable. I'm
Right.
totally open. And some people are like, you'll get what I give you. And the
Right.
rest of it's like for me and for,
Right. Talk to me about like parenting in LA. I mean, do people stop you and Charlie together and like say things about being fans, and how do you deal with your kids seeing, or your son seeing that? And
Yeah, I think for a while he didn't kind of notice it. And honestly, only one time he was having a crazy meltdown in an airport, and I was holding him, and he was like screaming and crying, and someone came up to me and was like, "Can I get a picture?" And I was like, "No, no."
Uh-huh.
But I feel like normally people are like super nice, and because Sunny has always felt like a, I don't know, edgy, like, not in the middle kind of thing. Like when people come up, it feels like, oh, you're cool. Like if you,
no, for sure.
You know.
Yeah.
And then there was and then there got to be a time where people would be like, "Can I get a picture of both of you?" And Russell would be like, "I'm gonna get on it," and we're always like,
Yeah.
You're a private citizen." And now he's old enough he's like, "I don't care."
Yeah.
And one thing that's cool about living in LA is that like he goes to school with like Jason Bateman's kid and like PJ's kid, Johnny Knoxville's kid, you know, so like it's not super weird to have like the parents that act, because like a lot of people's parents act, you know, and like The Rock's kids go to that school, so like also like your parents aren't that important, like
exactly,
we're trying to get to The Rock.
That's
please.
Right.
Thank you
That's
so
right.
much. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah,
no, I never thought about it that way, that it actually is nice for them to have friends that they can commiserate about that with, like
like your parents are.
What do our parents do? Why
are they
put
on
on
location?
Like, wigs and pretend to be other people?
Yes.
It's so weird.
And they're like always gone. They're like always on location, and like you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when you think about moving somewhere else, you're like, where am I going?
Right.
Where did your husband grow up?
Close, Simi Valley.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's like, and a lot of his family's still very close.
That's
so
very nice.
We have this lovely setup where, like, you know, the kids have their grandparents really nearby, and their uncles and cousins are all close. So that's nice.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And you were born in Montana? Did you
I was.
grow up
How
in
did you
Montana?
know that?
The internet.
I didn't grow up in Montana. I was born there, and then we moved to Albuquerque shortly after I was born.
Okay.
And that's where I was raised.
So you grew up in Albuquerque?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was just in Santa Fe.
Were you?
Yes.
What were you doing there?
My friend's 50th birthday. God, that place is amazing.
It really is. Where did you guys go?
Well, I had done a summer in Taos.
Oh,
with
also
SMU.
lovely.
They have like a program in Taos. And it was so gorgeous and so special, and I had never been to New Mexico before, and like that landscape and the cloud shadows and the just expansiveness and watching the storms roll in. It's just so gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right, so this is our most popular tostada here, the Campeche tostada. So feel free just to like put your fork and it will break, and then just like grab little pieces. So it's Campeche, avocado in the bottom, grapefruit, radish sprout, and a little bit of trout roe.
Wow. That's
You
really
guys enjoying
beautiful.
it? Thank you. Yeah, it's so
Yes,
good.
it's so good. I'm good
Yes,
right
Nina.
now. Not me.
I'm good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, have you turned 50 yet?
No.
Coming up?
I'm 46, so I'll be
Okay.
47 next year, yeah.
God, you're so young.
Baby.
You are really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a 50th this year.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I gotta tell you, and maybe it's part of it's like just being a dad now, I feel so much happier, not happier, fully realized as a 50-year-old than I did as a 40-year-old. And, you know, the past like year has been really, the past 2 years have been really lovely. Like it's been nice sort of coming out on the other end of this and like turning 50 and sort of feeling, I don't know, a little bit like a butterfly coming out of a cocoon a little in a weird way. Like
I love that.
I've really loved being 50, and I'm happy with where my life is. I mean, I would like, I think we all like want, anyone in the entertainment business, I feel like wants more and like more opportunity and more, you want people to look at you in a more full way. I feel like, this industry puts people in boxes a lot, and that's still something that I struggle with. But, personally, I'm like, the box of my family, like, is a really lovely place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is so, having kids, I think, like, my friends who don't have kids who are still like, do I have kids? Sometimes I'm like, don't do it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Because it is a lifetime commitment of like raising a person and showing up and doing that work. But there is also nothing more fulfilling. Like, and I feel like the way that my son has mirrored my shit back to me, you know, it's to make me look at things in a way that I probably couldn't have if I were just like on my own. Same with my partner, you know, same with Charlie. Like, oh, it's not cute when I act like that, or like that's actually hurtful when when my own pain that I'm like trying to deal with comes out at that person.
Right.
And it is cool getting older.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Do I want my entire body to be pulled up like pantyhose? Yes. Just pull it all the way up.
We live in LA. We can do that.
It's
like,
true.
There's a doctor who will make the body.
The
go up like
pantyhose. I got the pantyhose surgery.
Yeah.
They just pull it off from the very. We were joking about that, like, and then they tie it in a knot at the top and cut it off, and then you have like a bump it. Do you remember the bump it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's weird to watch your body get older, but it also is just like, I don't know, lovely. Also the industry, I mean, the changes from when we came in and started, and even from like doing 24 episodes of television.
Yeah.
It's so weird and wild and different, and I do feel like everyone's sort of on like unsteady footing of like, what is this? What are we in? What are we going into? You know? And I don't know. I do think that's why theater is exciting right now too.
Totally.
All right, friends, how you guys doing?
So good, thank
Great.
you.
So good.
This is like a Ceviche crudo with a chile morita sauce and olive oil and lemon, salt and chives.
It's so pretty.
Enjoy, guys.
I do love your new show. I think it's so great.
Oh, thank you.
And I was meant to do a play with Mary Steenburgen at Williamstown.
Amazing.
She was meant to play my mother, and I was so excited. She had to drop out, and I never got to meet her.
What year was this?
This was 2000. It was the year before the pandemic, so 2019. Was it because she was? No, it was because she was doing your show. But that's, no. 2019, and then I went to an event for Kristen Bell, who's a buddy of mine, and she and Ted Danson are buds from The Good Place.
Yes.
And so I finally got to meet her there. And I was like, she's not gonna remember like that. She probably like that was probably something that she passed on. Didn't even look at the cast list. She came right up to me. She's like, I am so upset that I had to drop out of that play. And she was so lovely.
She really is.
So she's doing the show this season, right?
She did the show this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, she plays like Ted's new love interest.
So sweet.
Because in the first season, he loses his wife, who's my mom, but we never meet that character. Right. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, working with Ted was cool, but working with Mary, especially as a woman, like, and growing up watching her, and she was always so cool but interesting, and yeah.
Do you mean? I don't know. Do you ever see like parallels in like? You are also in a relationship with someone that you worked closely with, that you have worked closely with, and have built, a huge life with, and have had great success with in this industry. And then, you look at someone like Ted and Mary, and here they are. Like, what an amazing thing to have like this life together, and then like have this thing come up in like the latter part of your life that you get to work together and like rekindle love on screen.
Yeah.
That's really special.
It's so special, and I feel like most of the publicity of this season was like their love story, like everyone being like, it's so cool that you guys are getting to work together. Right. How did you fall in love? And I mean, he's so, they just, you have a thing in a relationship too, right, where he's like so into her, like a little puppy kind of, and she's like, Teddy, stop it. And it's so fun to be around that and see it. And it's interesting too, right? Because like in most careers, people are like looking to retirement. And for us, we're like, oh my God, I hope I'm still getting to do that when or I do. Do you feel that way? Like,
Oh, 100%. I mean, I find stories like this when you see people like Danny DeVito and Ted Danson who are having these opportunities. I think about this with Ed O'Neill as well, who played my dad on Modern Family. Like, he never thought that after Married with Children, that he would have any sort of success like that. And to have something that actually not only matched Married with Children, but that he was sort of critically celebrated in a way that he never was with Married with Children, really gives me, I don't want to say hope, because it's not like I will be sad if I don't get that, but it gives me like excitement about what could come, like potentially could happen for any of us. It's really awesome. Do you have people that you look to like guide you through this life and being an artist?
That's a great question. I don't talk to like someone like Mary Steenburgen or someone, but I totally should. I mean, I would say it's more contemporaries, right? Like people who came up in UCB, where we get to sort of commiserate together and be like, this is hard, but like, it feels really nice because I feel like too I came up in a time where like with like Paris Hilton and Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, where we were like just trying to rip women down and like be so judgmental of them, and like it feels really nice that the tides kind of turned and now it's like women supporting women and like cheering for each other seems to be more the vibe, and I really appreciate like the contemporary women that I have come up with.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I always talk about Nathan Lane. He's someone that I really admire and have looked up to, and was so lucky that our paths crossed, and I was able to, I can call him a friend, and like I could really like, grill him about, how he straddled a career in theater and in television and film, and just someone who's been openly queer in this industry for a long time, and we grew up in very different times, or came up to this industry in very different times, but I find a lot of his advice to be so funny, because I don't even think he's like trying to give me advice, but I think just like his sort of like sense of humor and willingness to just be himself around me is like I can take things from all that. He came to he came to our house the other like a few weeks ago for dinner. He was in town shooting something, and we've been trying to meet for dinner, and it was just easier. I was like, do you just want me to cook for you? I'll cook for you. And he came over, and he's like, do you mind if I bring Pam Adlon along as well?
Amazing.
And I know Pam a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, please bring Pam, I love her. And so I told my kids, I was like, my friend Nathan's coming over, and he's bringing our friend Pam, and I was like, and Nathan, of course, you've listened to him, you've listened to Lion King, like his voice from Lion King. So I played like Hakuna Matata, and like on my way to school they were like singing Hakuna Matata, and like I was like, this is so Nathan, cute. This is coming to dinner. So that evening Nathan comes over with Pam, and Nathan comes in, and my son goes, I know who you are. He called him Ethan. Ethan, I know who you are. You're from Hakuna Matata. You're from Lion King. And Nathan was like, oh God, like as if he was being stopped in the street by a fan. He's like, oh God. I was like, Nathan, he's a 5-year-old. Like, let it rest.
Yeah.
And then Beckett went off into his room and like came back with something hidden behind his back. And he's like, Ethan, guess what I have? And Nathan goes, hepatitis.
That's amazing.
And I loved him so much for just being authentically himself. Yes. Like he's like, I don't mind kids, but I also don't relate to them. Yeah. And I hear an opportunity for a joke, and this is what I'm going to get. Yeah, it's going to slide in.
And was it hepatitis that your son had brought?
Yeah, hepatitis. Yeah.
Behind his back.
Yeah, behind his back.
Surprise.
Yeah, it's really funny.
That's amazing.
Funny.
Yeah, it is. I know it is funny when the world's mixed, and it must be so wild for people whose kids, because we have so many friends whose kids now want to be actors and are like starting to act, and that's how I felt about like Dan Levy, probably.
Yeah, Dan's a really good friend of mine. Yeah.
I just was always like, oh my God, Catherine O'Hara has known this person since he was born, and like to be able to
hire her, and
and
work
to
with her
do something,
and be her son.
it must be so amazing.
So cool, for sure.
Yeah. So I'm like, great, let's raise the next generation to put us in their great things.
My kids seem very funny, so
get on it.
Thanks for doing this.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to.
Next week on Dinners on Me, you know him from The Bachelor, from Coming Out Colton. He's a best-selling author, he's a podcast host, and he's on the new season of The Traitors. It's Colton Underwood.